The Dragon Ball franchise is pretty well known for its character-driven story, incredible fighting sequences, and, well, screaming. When I first experienced the show on Cartoon Network back in the mid-90s, I was hooked. The anime constantly kept me on the edge of my seat, and getting home from school to watch was always an event that I looked forward to. I first played a few Dragon Ball video games via emulation, but the games I played were pretty clunky and I didn't understand how to play them. It wasn't until 2002 that I finally got to play a game that was localized for the stateside audience. I purchased Dragon Ball Z Budokai and played the hell out of it. Years ago, I played Dragon Ball Z Budokai to the point of unlocking everything that there was to see in the game. I've been meaning to go back and play it again ever since. And lately I've kind of had an itch to play it because I just finished the original Dragon Ball anime. So, now's as good a time as any. The first thing I noticed when booting up the game is that it was definitely a look at things to come for the future of video games. All the logos. That aside, the remade anime intro using the American theme song was incredibly nostalgic for me. The character models that replace the animated heroes that we're used to all look really great for the time, and are very faithful to their original counterparts. The hand-drawn art used in the menus looks great, and it looks like it was ripped from the pages of the manga. Everything is easy to navigate and just looks awesome. The main one-player mode in Dragon Ball Z Budokai is the story mode, which does an excellent job recapping the story of the anime. It recreates the most iconic and important scenes very well, and even includes all the voice actors from the Funimation dub that a lot of American Dragon Ball Z fans grew up with. The music also seems to be directly inspired by, or taken directly from, the cartoon, which helps it even further. The entire presentation of this game is very good, and doesn't leave a lot to be desired by the fans who grew up with DBZ on the Cartoon Network. After the great intro and presentation, the first battle with Raditz begins. Instead of the high speed and smooth combat you'd expect for a game inspired by an anime where fighters move at the speed of light and engage in combat with more skill than normal humans, you're treated to a sluggish and stiff combat engine that takes a lot of getting used to. The cool special attacks, such as the Kamehameha, are all done at point blank, and just don't look or feel nearly as cool as they did on the TV show. Punches, kicks, energy attacks, and guards are done with the 4 face buttons on your controller, while throws and transformations are done with various combinations of buttons pressed at the same time. Most special attacks are executed by a combination of punches and kicks, finished by a press of the energy attack button. The easier special attacks are not too hard to pull off, but getting the timing down for the more advanced attacks takes some getting used to. More often than not, I found myself pressing the button combinations too quickly, or I did get to pull them off, but they were blocked by my enemy. I'd first booted the game and changed the difficulty to normal, because I don't remember the game being particularly difficult. Halfway through the game I was constantly getting my butt handed to me though, so I bit the bullet and changed it down to easy. I'm pretty sure that if I went through and tried to play the story mode again, I wouldn't have to play it on easy because I got used to the mechanics. It's worth stating that until you get the hang of the combat, it's probably best to leave it at a lower difficulty. I got so frustrated playing at a higher difficulty than I could handle that I almost broke my controller out of anger. Figuring out things like the burst zone and how to pull off correct combos aren't really described very well in-game, so a tour of the practice mode and a quick read of the manual may help out players new to the game or those who haven't played it in years. The first playthrough of the story mode is seen from Goku's perspective, only deviating at some key points like the end of the Cell Saga where Gohan is the hero of the hour. After beating Cell, you are able to play through the parts of the story that were skipped, taking control of characters such as Piccolo and Vegeta. Additionally, 2 what-if scenarios are available where the villains of the first 2 sagas win, and a third where this happens. Throughout the story mode, you unlock capsules, which contain special abilities to customize characters or new characters to use in 2 additional gameplay modes, Duel and World Championship Tournament. The World Championship Tournament has 3 difficulty levels, and beating the top 2 unlocked 2 additional characters, Mr. Satan, or Hercule as he's known in the game, and the Great Saiyaman. I didn't get too deep into the World Championship tournament this time around because I was honestly done playing the game. The fighting gets stale after a while due to the flaws in the combat system. Stiff controls and boring combos just make it a mediocre experience at best. It's really cool that you can play any number of famous characters and win it all, but the fact of the matter is, the best part about this game is the story mode, not the actual gameplay. The developers could have taken a leaf out of the Namco school of 3D fighters and made a game more fluid and technical. The fighters are all pretty similar with movesets that all do pretty much the same things. With a little creativity and a bit of mimicry of better and more established fighting games, this could have been an excellent title. Fans of fighting games aren't going to like Dragon Ball Z Budokai. It just doesn't quite stack up to other fighting games on the platform, such as Soul Calibur or Tekken. I did enjoy it though, because I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan, and most Dragon Ball Z fans are going to enjoy the game. The story mode by itself is almost worth the price of entry, which is actually really cheap now. If you want the game, this copy is going to cost you maybe $5, maybe less than that if you're lucky. You can also get it on the GameCube if you'd rather play it on that system. There's an HD remake as well, but I haven't played it. I've heard it's pretty good though, and it also comes packaged with Budokai 3, which I honestly haven't played myself. Dragon Ball Z Budokai is a fun game for those of us who love Dragon Ball Z, but again, if you're not, you're probably just going to want to skip it. So, thanks for watching guys, later.